The Warriors' biggest flaw just got exposed. Let's see what they talking about, bro.
Looking at that, Steph Curry 3 points, like I said, second lowest scoring output this season, fewest points
Yeah.
in a game in his career when he's played 30 plus minutes.
I mean, it's like, yeah, they played great defense on him, but he was like on a crazy run. So at some point, you gonna have a game like that, and everyone's just gonna be like, "Oh, what happened? Like you just had 50, you had 40, da da da." And sometimes that just happens. He's been carrying a lot for that Warriors team. I really like the Rockets because they are so young. So it's taken them some time, and I think he really has gotten them to buy into this defensive presence that they got. Um, is the twin? Is he in defensive player of the year conversation?
Rockets fans have been singing his praises all season.
Yeah, I feel like
kind
I've
of climbing
seen.
the charts. I don't think he'll get close again, but should
Yeah.
be in the running for all defensive team just based on what he's doing this season.
I
But
mean, I
Nah,
love
our
seeing
man
women
plays great
players
defense.
playing defense and getting complimented for it because they get so lost.
I do
in the
think he be
sauce of
fouling
defensive
though,
player of the year
but he
because
played great
it's the post
defense.
players that always win. So it's been nice to see that too.
so shift over to you, Gil. Gil, what is this Rockets win? Arguably the biggest game of the Warriors season. You got a bunch of teams in the West fighting to stay out of the play-in, stay in that top six, all clumped together right now. What do you think about the Rockets going into the Bay, getting their first win since 2020?
I mean, it just shows that they've been, legit this whole time. Um, it's more concerning to the Warriors than it is, Houston. Houston's been showing that they're a steady group. Um, depending on their matchup in the playoffs is going to dictate, if they can get out of the first round and keep moving further. But,
Right.
you bring Jimmy Butler over to be the second option and you see Steph struggling and you don't take on the heavy load, it's really concerning. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what you're waiting for, and I don't know if you think you can just turn it on in the playoffs and just be this super aggressive person, because right now you're exhausting Steph at this point to the point where he might not even be, fully, energized for the playoffs. This
Right.
is one of those games where you're supposed to be doing you. You get all the way to the paint. 90% of every time you drive, it's a pass.
Yeah.
So if you ever paid attention, no one's actually guarding you like that to
At
the
all.
point where you think you can turn it on the last 5 minutes. That's cool, right? We know you do that, but the other 43 actually do matter. Right? You're coming in driving, being a decoy, the 43 minutes to try to then turn it on at the end of the game. It should be the other way around. You should be so aggressive early that when you get in the paint, they're going to be double teamed. Then you can make these easy passes to these guys.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. Like, is when there's a game like this in the playoffs, we've been saying what Jimmy needs to average and what the way he needs to play in order to get those averages. So there's gonna be games like this, and you gotta step up to it, man. Like, it's just
I know it's just one game. I know that we 20-2. I mean, we like 21-2 when Jimmy and Steph is on the floor. We get all this, but I agree with them. I think that Jimmy needs to know that when Steph is not feeling it or when Steph is just off, Jimmy, you got to take over the ball game, bro. You have to take over the basketball game, bro. Cause it's gonna have games in the playoffs where it's like Steph not gonna be able to average what he usually averages. That's where you need to come in at and step up and just be able to, you know what I'm saying, be his partner with that. I ain't gonna lie, like really be his I don't like to say sidekick, but be his running mate for sure. Like when you see him struggling, bro, like just hey, go for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about trying to play within the system, bro. Play your game, Jimmy. Play your game, bro. Be aggressive. Get shots up, bro. You're tough. You're insane. And when Steph Curry's on the floor, they're not really guarding you like that, bro. So hey, you gotta go off. I ain't gonna say you gotta go off. I would just say be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Be physical. Let the other team know that you're trying to go off at least. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy, that's all. That's pretty much all I have to say about Jimmy. Other than that, bro, he's been a great fit for the team. It's just all about him knowing when to take that next leap into his game to help the Warriors win games. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm worried about.
yes, you can't. Yeah,
7 shots.
You know who did step up when this type of shit happened with Steph? Klay Thompson.
Yep.
One thing you
Klay Thompson.
yeah,
Yep.
everybody not shooting that thing.
And you know why Steph never wiped the sweat off his fucking forehead because he knew that dude was gonna have his back. Hey, I'm tired. I got you.
Yep.
I got 12 clips for you. I got 12 threes for you.
Yeah.
30 points in the quarter.
Easy. Chilling. And all you gotta do is tell me, hey, look, I need your help right now.
Yep.
Cool. Then you had a guy like Wiggins who was ready for that too. He was willing to step up.
Yeah, it seems like Brandon Virginia kind of
He
in that role.
been playing well.
Been playing very well. But you got Buddy Hield and Gary Payton the second. Bojinski, Gary Payton the second. Buddy Hield all took 14 shots in the game, led the Warriors.
So
They all apiece.
Yeah,
Each
Jimmy took 7.
Yeah,
Jimmy, that's that Jimmy playing that team ball. I'm just wanna just play the game, right? That's Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's core Jimmy.
Yeah.
He don't want to be the star.
Yeah.
He hates that energy.
Mm.
That's why he left Miami.
Mm.
He ended
It
up
was
the
too much pressure.
Yes, because then if he don't get it done when he don't want to get it done, it looked bad on him. But he's just like, bro, I'm just playing basketball. I'm hitting the right guy. I'm driving, and yeah, that's what people do when you don't want to do it. They hang their hat on that excuse. I'm playing the right way.
Making the right plays.
Warriors defense, I think 23 with Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler in the lineup now after this loss. So it seems to be working at this point. A lot of mid in those 20 wins, though.
But you gotta think long term, like Yo said. Like Steph cannot be exhausted going into playoffs.
Yeah.
Whatever their first round is, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a battle for them. So if he's exhausted going into the first round, if they win the first round, then it's over with in the second round.
Relax.
And right now, this to take it with a grain of salt because the West is super tight right now. It'd be meeting with the Lakers 3-6.
That
We're
first round?
spot right now, but they're 14 with 46-32 records right now. So
I remember this advice Tony Bland gave to me.
the legend.
Yeah, he went to Syracuse. It was his first year at Syracuse. He came back, and we had a conversation. And he said, "Man, look, when you go to Arizona, whatever you do in the game, do that shit in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't go into practice, playing the right way or doing this passing shit, and you get in the game and you try to shoot.
I hate that.
They're not used to that.
Right.
That's the same thing with Jimmy. You're playing a game that your teammates is being used to. Right? You drive and they getting open, you making the when you decide to then bring in a whole nother game, those guys are not going to be used to that style.
Right. That's
and
true.
it's going to throw them off. So right now, everyone's feeding on you, driving the kick, and they're getting in position. What ends up happening when you stop passing the ball and you're trying to take over? You need to show that now so they understand what person they're looking at.
Right.
He's just trying to be one of the guys.
And what percentage of playoff Jimmy you need? Like, you don't need that
What you mean?
crazy 100% that he showed us in the bubble.
Right.
You don't
Why not?
think they need that?
Why not?
Because he has different personnel.
Why?
I think that's I'm agreeing with you with that. Like, he doesn't know where to place
Go
that.
fucking play.
He don't know what, because he's trying to be one of the guys.
Fuck one of the guys. Go
He's
for
like, I
you.
want to be one of the guys.
You do you, y'all win.
You don't know what that is.
I don't
He
know.
is the go-to guy. I mean, this
I don't
is
know,
the best
bruh.
shooter, but at the end of the day, all his shots are created out of the offense itself.
We
Absolutely.
need somebody to jump
Jimmy, you
fouls.
can go
We need-
get your
yeah.
own.
can
Your
go
shit.
get
So
20.
basically, the last 2-3 minutes, at the end of the day, they have to go to you.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know if they don't know it yet, but it's no different than that KD situation.
Yeah.
Because it's assisting and passing the ball and cutting all that stuff. When all that get cut down, you're the only one that's going to
Yeah.
be able to go one-on-one and get your own shot.
Right.
So you have to start trying to show that.
Did y'all go to Nene early in the first quarter?
I agree.
To just kind of get him going.
Mhm.
You always get the big going just to go to him early so he play defense.
Yeah, so he played defense.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get the rebound and all that shit.
That they're winning. It's
Don't
easy
change
for
that.
him to stay on the. It's working the way I'm doing it. It's
That's
working.
what. Yeah, and I can see that too. Like Jimmy could be like, hey, I mean, shoot, just him playing the way he's been playing. They've been 20-2, so it's like Jimmy might not want to change that up. But I think Jimmy gonna have to change that up. I think Jimmy gonna have to change his game up a little bit, especially for the playoffs, bro. Steph can't just be out there by himself, just trying to go for 30, and everybody else just doing the bare minimum, bro. We can't do that, bro.
Oh yeah,
Right now,
but
you
there,
got to do more.
like, there's no guarantee. Pozinski is your number 2. All right,
Alright.
Team's gonna live.
all right. I'm just letting you know that he ain't no Murray, he ain't no LeBron, He ain't no Jaden Williams.
Jordan Poole.
Right, he ain't no like he's not as too powerful as the other number twos is in this league. He's not even Austin Reeves, number 3.
Yeah, close.
Right?
Oh no, hey, not too much on Brandon. I ain't gonna lie. Brandon been balling. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't on Austin Reeves level yet, but I ain't gonna lie. He about close. Y'all give him like another year. Not too much on Brandon. Brandon been balling. He been hooping.
Your real number 2 is playing like, we'll just let it go. You don't have a problem.
Man, that's nasty. That's how you said that shit.
Especially if it's Jimmy Butler.
Like if we get to Miami Jimmy Butler, then okay, Pozinski been number 3. Okay, cool. But if Jimmy Butler is playing below him, then it's like, I'm gonna give you 7, 8, 9 shots. Like, nah, bro, you're gonna have to put in about 18.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get to the line. You're going
to do what Steph can't do.
Scoring freezing Steph. So him hanging back like that, which is why he was in hell last.
That's the perfect game because if you decide
everybody's on the
perimeter,
perimeter.
they can't play Steph.
Everybody in the perimeter because everybody's stuck on the perimeter. Literally.
Yeah,
they literally put their best player on Steph. That means you're supposed to fuck them up. So now, Amen's like, hey, switch, I got him.
Yeah.
Now Steph gets a little guy on him.
Now Dylan Brooks can play you one-on-one. So if you play him one-on-one, now they can help on Steph. Now you're not being aggressive, so it's
Kuminga got to drive and all. Like it's weird over there. I told y'all it's weird.
And so we talked about that Rockets game, but I mean, Warriors coming off of 2 impressive games, coming into Staples, beating the Lakers. Virginia, I think, dropping a 28 piece in that game, beating the Nuggets, who are obviously dealing with their own issues right now. So we're looking too much in this game. The only reason, obviously, it's their most recent game, but also just given the magnitude and scope with the Western Conference playoff picture looking the way it looks, you would expect them to have a better showing at home, knowing how important that game is.
No, you're playing a really good team, though. Like, if they lost to fucking Washington, then or they lost to Utah right now, you'd be like, what the fuck y'all doing, bro? Like, so it's one of them situations. Like, who beat Sacramento beat Cleveland the other day? Like, what? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, y'all losing him? So, at home. So it's that kind of a situation. So no, they played a really
Kings fighting for
but still, you are Cleveland Cavaliers. You're trying to prove to people that you are this team to be reckoned with, and you gearing up for the playoffs. So for Houston, but they're playing a really good basketball team. So Golden State, you lost. Steph didn't have his best game. You said it was a close game for most of the game. So you got something to lay your hat on still. Like you said, you've been playing well. You're 20-3 your last 23. So it's a lot of positives here. So it's not like it's just you went out, you got your doors. Basically, Steph playing that way is equivalent to you getting your doors blew off.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, the bones of the team is good. Like what Golden State has is good.
Yeah.
It just need to be not even fine-tuned. It's just say, hey, listen, you got to shoot more.
Yeah, we want to see some more in Jimmy.
Yeah, that's the only thing. We just got to see more in Jimmy, bro.
Steph is struggling. You have to do this.
Like, because Steph moves on his own. Everyone revolves around him.
Right.
He doesn't revolve around them.
Right.
You're trying to revolve around them when Draymond Green is doing. You and Draymond
can't do the same thing.
Right. That's a good point. That's a good point. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, like Draymond and Jimmy be doing the same exact thing, and I just be wanting to bring my mind. I'm like, Jimmy, you're not Draymond. Draymond gonna be Draymond. Jimmy, just be freaking Jimmy. You don't have to do what Draymond do. Draymond does that because that's the type of player Draymond is. That's how he's been playing his whole career. Jimmy, you are Jimmy Butler, bro. You are Jimmy. Be Jimmy, please. Long as you be Jimmy, bro, I think we can win a championship, man. Don't try to be Draymond Green. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one. That was a good point. That was a great freaking point. Yeah, you don't have to be Draymond Green, Jimmy. Please don't.
Around them. You're trying to revolve around them.
That's a fact.
Draymond Green is doing. You and Draymond
can't do the same thing.
Exactly.
That was my thing. That's what I was saying. Them two, they're the same guy, but good defensively.
It has to be more aggressive.
Defensively is good, right? Because they balance the whole equation. But offensively, you can't have your star, an all NBA player,
said this,
saying that the coach has to tell him to do certain shit when you should recognize the game
Come on
and
now.
take over when it's supposed to be taken over.
Exactly.
We don't have this energy. I have to bring it. We need more shots offensively. I've only took 3 shots. It's the first half. We're down. I need to get into attack mode. These things are just like, as hoopers, we all know this shit. Like, it's not new. It's literally, Jimmy, what are you doing?
Yeah, like 20-3. I think you've.
Yeah, you ain't gotta look
I
at
think
the
you
stats.
fit in enough, Jimmy. Now do your thing.
Do your thing, bro.
That's when you have them old teammates, man. That be like Chucky Atkins. If Chucky Atkins was a 10, ain't no way you got 6 shots.
Man, what you doing out there? What the fuck?
I can come and see you sit there and pass the ball over.
Jimmy,
I can do that.
on your team.
Nah, facts. Moral of the story is, Jimmy, get more shots up. That's the moral of the story, bro. Jimmy, you got to get at least 18 to 25 shots up. I ain't gonna lie. You got to, bro. It makes the team way tougher. I ain't gonna lie. Come to yourself and just be like, bro, on some nights, I'm gonna have to be the best player on the floor. That's what Steph Curry as my teammate. Me as Jimmy Butler, I'm gonna have to be the best player on the floor. And Jimmy, you're capable of doing that. We've seen it. So just, hey, if you want to take it easy for these last few games, you can. But hey, bro, when the playoffs start, Jimmy, you got to be a different Jimmy. You got to be a different Jimmy for us to have a chance at anything, bro. Honestly, so that'll be all for this video, man. I ask y'all subscribe, like if you are new, join this journey with me. Y'all be good. Peace out. Love.